Hey, fourth grade families, welcome back. I'm trying to start a new video here. What I'm going for, if you're familiar with what I've done in the past, it's only been for math. But today I'm going to work on what I've covered in reading. I know the lighting's off, so what's going to happen, hopefully, I'm going to remove the camera from the tripod and then we're going to walk around and take a look at what's going on as we've begun this third grade year in Kentucky Core Academic Standards. And this stuff, if you're a fifth grade parent, fourth grade parent, totally take a look at this too, because it's going to be hit on that test as well. So I'm going to wobble the camera here for just a second and we will get started. Perfect. First thing I want to talk about here is author's purpose. Author's purpose is why has the author written the piece. The first thing is to inform. Informative writing usually comes in biographies, autobiographies. It gives facts. It's written so that the reader gets information. The second type is to persuade. Persuade, as it says, it tries to get you to do something. A lot of the times you'll see persuasive writing is in advertisements and speeches. They want you to buy their product, or they want you to vote for them. And finally we have entertain, and I just put fiction down here. Entertain is usually just, it is what it says. It's to entertain the reader. And a way to remember this is pie. We have persuade, inform, and entertain. Put it in your pie. Every book that you read, or every article, or every speech will fit in a pie somewhere. It was either written to persuade, entertain, or inform. Moving on, I'm going to talk about some of the things we're going to go over in reading this year. Characters, I know this is basic, but you would be surprised at the number of students that struggle. Characters are people or animals in a story. The setting is the time and place a story takes place. The plot are the events in the story. A simile. Okay, this kind of jumps into figurative language. A simile compares two things using the words like or as. Okay, you might say the boy is fast as a horse. We used the word as and we compared the boy to the horse. That would be a simile. Now close behind that, and it's something students often get confused on, are metaphors. Metaphors are like similes in that they compare two things, but they don't use the words like or as. So for instance, if you said that boy is a bullet, you're comparing the boy to a bullet, but you're really talking about him being fast. In that metaphor, I use the word is. The boy is a bullet. So you're comparing the boy directly to the bullet. That's the difference between a metaphor. Metaphor compares directly. Simile uses the word like or as. Last part of figurative language here is alliteration. It uses the same beginning sound most of or all of the time. One common one that we should all know is she sells seashells by the seashore. Every word in that begins with an S or the S sound, except for by. Poetry. Poetry is where you're going to find a lot of your figurative writing. It's usually rhymes and it's written in stanzas, which is different from paragraphs. And really quick, I want to spiral back down to this word. Sequence. Most of us know what it means, but kids really struggle with that. Sequence is kind of grouped up here with character, setting, and plot. The sequence of the story is the beginning of the story, the middle of the story, and the end. What happened throughout the story. Last thing I want to focus on really quick is the main idea. So let's say we've read a book, and I have these little bubbles that are abbreviated SD1, SD2, and SD3. The first SD is standing for supporting detail. So one detail that I find in this story are cirrus clouds are thin and wispy. Supporting detail number 2, cumulus clouds are also called fair weather clouds. Supporting detail number 3, stratus clouds are found at low altitudes, which all leads to the main idea. I can tell from these supporting facts that this writing is information about clouds. The main idea is what it's about. Supporting details are items in the story or whatever writing you're reading that support the main idea. The main idea being about clouds. All of these details support the idea about clouds. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope this hasn't been too bad. Have a great day.